Fratelli the Rugby Podcast. The Italian Rugby Podcast. Fratelli the Rugby Podcast. The Italian Rugby Podcast. The Italian Rugby Podcast. The Italian Rugby Podcast.
Benvenuti, welcome everyone, benvenuti in a new episode of Fratelli di Rugby Podcast. Mike, buonasera.
Buonasera. How you doing?
All good. Actually, I'm in vacation for the next days because it's Thanksgiving time, right? So we have days off. I didn't eat turkey. I ate a good chicken. I ate all the rest of the good stuff from this holiday.
So do they celebrate Thanksgiving? You work for American.
American school.
Yeah, that's right. It has its perks, in there.
Stuffing. I put some cicoria ripassata in padella, some good Italian stuff in the mix. But was the first Thanksgiving dinner, let's say, for my mom, and she ate twice. She liked the stuff. So brava Amanda, good stuff from my half. And that's fantastic. But anyway, today we are here to speak a lot of stuff. Evening, Josh, welcome with a bright new Zebre jersey in the collection from Josh. But as the thumbnail says, we are reviewing tonight the Italy's Nation Series, and especially the last game, and then we're gonna speak a little bit more about the three games, and then of course the URC is back, and of course we have to put Odogu there because he's gonna play 13 this week. And it's gonna be so interesting to see this guy playing there, Ulster away, but a lot to be excited for because there are a lot of youngsters in the mix. But let's start with Italy-Chile, Mike. I was at the stadium, but I want to hear from you from home. We were chatting all the time in our Fratelli di Rugby chat, but tell me more about this game before moving on.
Yeah, I think obviously it was a little bit disjointed from us, right? We weren't passing the ball as well as we have in the other two games, but it's definitely nice to see some fresh faces, right? So as much as I think we were a little bit off our game, I think we probably could have upped our performance. It certainly upped our performance in the key areas, right? Because we were creating chances. We had like over 800 run meters. So it's not like we weren't making chances as well. We were camping out on the 22. We had the lion's share of the possession. It's just, the same old sort of last bit of quality when we're going into the 22 to score. And Chile were good. Like there's also credit on the Chilean side. I think they were very clever at the breakdown. They really sort of slowed us down legally and illegally. And they were brilliant in the air. There's just so much. I'm so impressed with that Chilean side as well. So that was my view from home. What about you from the stadium? What was it like for you?
Well, some frustration after the line breaks because we had many opportunities to score and we didn't take them. Examples: Marin a couple of times over the advantage line. One time the ball knocked on. Actually, a saving tackle from the Chilean player, from the Condor player. There was one with Pajero. I was really mad because there was space. It was a 2 versus 1. Just pass the ball and score. Good on the air, yes. And it seems like Chile was expecting this kind of game. So let's stay there. Let's take our opportunities. Just defend organized. We were able to break that defense, that wall. Couple of opportunities where there was a knock-on previously, and then we start playing and there was huge space, but then of course you have to go back to the whistle, and we play kind of that ugly game that we always want to see, which means maul, push them there, play with the scrum, win
the Anglo game,
the Safa game, or whatever you want to call it. But that's
Yeah.
kind of thing that we are not that used to. So it's nice to see when it works. Good energy from some of the players. After the game, it was really cold and everything in Genoa, but it was really nice also to met again Brandano, a friend of ours. He gave me some good tonic flask just a few minutes before going up in the tribune. It was fantastic. It helps me a lot for all that windy time in Genoa, because it's bad. With you last year with Genoa was fantastic, and was during the day. At night, cold. Totally.
Felt in your bones, eh?
Maybe I'm
Yeah.
not used to, but good. And what we were saying, hey, the best stuff we saw this week was we capped 2 players. Actually, we capped Poco Gianfi, which was the one more on the edge, let's say, no? So Ciao Bortwick, for example, I put through Instagram on one of the stories that I saw with Bast, actually on Bast, Ciao Bortwick, like, see you. There's nothing to be called now. We good.
Yeah. And he was good. Immediate impact. It's tough, right? Because I think I said it in the preview. I would have much rather have seen him play 60 minutes and seen what he can do, right? Especially because the Chilean players they were prepared, right? They wanted to sort of cause an upset, and they've been in Italy for 3 weeks. They had a settled team. They brought 26 players over. They knew exactly what they wanted to play, who they were going to play, and how they were going to play it. Would have loved to seen him come on straight away. Clears 3 players from Iraq himself. He made some great tackles. The line out he lifted really well. Little things like that. And I know, again, it's really hard to work out in a few minutes against tired legs, right? Let's see what he's like against test tier 1 nation, fresh legs. He looked impressive as well. So man, I'm so excited about what he could be, right? And again, I know the media, including us, maybe we're a little bit guilty of saying this player could be really good.
Yeah,
but he has the physical attributes to be. Now it's up for him up there and how much he's willing to sacrifice for it, because he could be a very good player for us in for the next 10-15 years.
No spaghetti al pesto, Fantamigeno. I was so lucky to eat some Ecuadorian food, actually. Sounds weird, but one of the biggest community of Ecuadorian in Italy is in Genova, and I lived in Ecuador for many years, so I ate corvice. I ate just before the game because I was so happy, but was just going and coming back less than 12 hours in Genova.
What was it? A sausage? Corvice? What was it?
No, corvice is fish. It's kind of like big fish balls, kinda.
Oh, nice.
Kind of good stuff, Mike. I was almost crying when I ate it. I went to the cook. These 3 Ecuadorian people in the kitchen say, "Hey, well done, bravo, muy bien."
Took you back, did it? Yeah.
Was my Madeleine is the corvice in this time, right?
Love that.
On the Proust-wise side, but Chile was good. Let's read a couple of comments, guys. If you want to message us, we are reading the messages on YouTube, so we're good to hear what you think and hear Josh. Special defense for juggling the ball and constantly coming up in defense, really earth and grit shown, and the bench, the prop that came in the second half, the one that scored the try was really good. What Pablo Lemoyne is bringing to Chile is great, because he was former Uruguayan coach. Now he's going to be in charge of Chile until the end of the Rugby World Cup 2027 in Australia, and then he's going to leave his charge for Chile. But it's like what is the name? Oh my god, Full Metal Jacket, kinda the general.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're on about. Yeah,
not in that negative way,
Yeah.
but is one that wants work, because that is the ethic that you need to play. There was all stories about waking up really early, get ready to do some work, so under pressure, no? And that seems like it worked, because they also missed some key players, 9 and 10, from the, let's say, the I titolari, no? The starting 9 and 10. There was not Villalba, so there was a lot of that. And man, there was, and this is the first time now that it ended up. Now we are just waiting a week for the draw for the Rugby World Cup. That 3 teams from South America are in the top 20s. That's another fantastic opportunity taken by the South African model of rugby, and with all the process through the franchise, the Super Rugby America, they are doing. So they know how to work. Argentinian coaches, Uruguayan coaches, they're really good on that. So
What do you think we
that
can
is
learn from this game for us? What is it that you've taken home aside from capping new players? Like, what have you learned?
good question. What we can take that we have to build on confidence. Like, I know it sounds weird when we went for the 3 points couple of stuff of times, but we have also to learn step by step, not get too kind of too greedy to go every time in the corner. So maybe that is something we cannot put our attention down. We have always to be on point on every single occasion. So some situation that we saw during the 3 games, maybe the aerial game, we can be better on that. Look at South Africa. Look with Australia also. We were better against Australia, but still, it's something we have to fight because November is coming again against them. So we're gonna play those kind of games, and also we have to take the opportunities, and we have to score, which always been like okay, line break. We know we have to be really sharp,
Supporting players.
pass the ball, score, keep the ball there, and less of these handling errors. Let's say maybe it was the cold in the hands of the players, but maybe too many mistakes there. But we can learn a lot from there.
I think.
Here we go. This is nice. Bravo, Phantom. To be comfortable, being favorite, and be clinical. Yes.
Yeah, I think.
Yes.
I think from my side as well. You know, like you can blame the cold and stuff. I think there was just a little bit of inexperience at times. People getting overexcited with passes. A lot of passes going out to no one on the wing, which was like really disappointing because that's the point where we finally managed to hit a few up the middle, and you know, the defense was narrow. There's space on the edge, and we miss, you know, little things like that, which, you know, inaccuracies which are tough. You know, some pullbacks that go into floor. Clearly, sort of some miscommunication. But then again, that's what happens when you throw, you know, 10 players in who haven't played all together, you know, at the start.
Cohesion, Mike. Cohesion
Yeah.
in the 80 minutes together, because
Yeah.
that was Dare, Marin, Menoncello. How many times we saw Marin and Menoncello playing together in Benetton, with Benetton, or how many times we saw Garbisi Dare playing together.
I want to quickly say something about Marin. He is so positive in terms of his attacking mindset. I don't think I've ever seen him go laterally. He'll always try and go straight. Always.
Even too much. Too much, maybe sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but if he
wants to
makes
play the ball.
if he makes space and he's not like running out of space into, you know, the touch, and then it's not up to him to run in isolated. It's up to the players behind him to expect him to make those sort of moves and to clear the ball. It was like the same issue we had with Monty for years, where Monty would make like line breaks and then there'd be no one around. He gets isolated. In terms of, it's not Monty's fault that he gets isolated. It's the fact that our supporting players are slow to get there. So for me, I think, you know, more positive attacking mindset, like we lack that, I think. And you were talking about confidence. That boy, like he doesn't care. He doesn't care if he makes a mistake. He just doesn't care. That's like a really cool attribute, you know, like cold-blooded attribute.
Look, I'm bringing you some stats from the official report, so we can a little bit see at this. I put the top 5 players for Italy against Chile. We can see Leonardo Marin is the player with most medal carried during this game. Miguel Lamero, no matter he went out for the HIA with a scratch, let's say, when he came back with a scrum cap, was the player with most carries. Same for Marin, 12, and of course Lorenzo Cannone, another great occasion. We had kicks from a lot of different players. here it's not mentioned that Rebat was there with the Capozzo with the kicks. Defenders beaten again. Marin is there because we are mentioning him, and this was a game where we offload a little bit more than usual. Looking at the last two games, something if we want to see the total stats of this game, we consider too many turnovers, 11 against 8 of Chile, and we were good on discipline, 7 against the 16 penalties by the Condors. And then, of course, line out was really good, scrum was really good on that, and it's great to have also not the starting, let's say, like Fischetti. It was one of the few games where Fischetti wasn't starting, but really strong, let's say. So good stuff coming on, but hey, we have to keep working because we're never gonna be there if we think everything is gonna be gifted by the other team. We have to fight every single team. Simone, just answering your question, we're gonna talk about this in a bit about Treviso, but in general, this is good also for the national team. So let's talk about national team wise. Although easier to get into national team as a center rather than as a wing.
Is it easier for him to get in at centre or wing? I don't know. Doggu was an interesting one. I think when he was at Wasps, he played his best rugby at centre, outside centre specifically.
Few good sparks also at Stade Francais centre.
Yeah, under Quesada as well, ironically. But it's if you're having to learn that at this level, this late in your career, I don't know. Because centre is a really tough position to defend, and that's not to say that he's not a great defender, because he is. It's just different. I think he's more likely to get in on wing at the moment. Although like I said, had this have been sort of 6 years ago when you asked me, when he was killing it in 2017, 2018, I'd be saying, yeah, cool, like let's play him at centre because that's his position.
Good to know. Mike,
yeah,
other good performance from the players. What do you think about Belloni, for example? Talk about wingers, for example.
I think it was a tough game for the wingers to shine, to be honest, because they weren't getting clean ball. It's tough, again, we were talking about how it's really tough to analyse 7 minutes of gameplay of a Boku. It's really tough to analyse, Dodaro, for example, coming on, or Belloni, because like they were expected to kick. I think he needs to work on his aerial game. I think he needs to work on his defensive positioning. But that's stuff we know because he's inexperienced. Yeah, it's not something I learned from the game. It's the fact that he's going to learn that, with Zebre later on this season, and he's going to develop that over time. But I think players that did impress me, I'll talk about that, and again, it's tough not to look past the usual suspects, but I did think if we're talking about the front row, Hasa had a really good game. He again popping up everywhere. I didn't realize he ran 64 1 meters until you posted that thing. That's again, he made that line break as well, where it was a thing of beauty. He didn't know which way to go. Di Bartolomeo had a good game. Dimchev, when he came off, I thought was brilliant. I really quite like. He's got something about him, Dimchev. He's confident. He's got that swagger at line out. He doesn't look like he's going to make a mistake. Even though he did, it's one of those where I think he's got water off the duck's back, like Marini doesn't care too much.
Mike, and if you look at the 3 games, who shone the most?
Zuliani, Fischetti, Cannone, you can say any one of those 3 for me, perfect. I think any one of those 3 are unlucky not to make it into the autumn team.
Fred putting there the Cannone brothers, Josh, of course, Dibba for this game, scoring twice. So was good work by the hookers. Also think about how good was the line out. And
Yeah.
also about Belloni, considered very good by Quesada, but this is a good point by Simone. He was good at Zebre, but I think he would benefit from focusing primarily on his club, like playing more. Probably he need a couple of season to be always there.
Well, it's the same argument we've made for Jesse for the last 2 seasons, right? Like,
Right.
if you don't improve your defensive positioning and your aerial defense, it's tough to make it at test level. And this is something that I've said a lot. That's why players that tend to be suspect under high ball will always get swapped out for players who maybe aren't as talented but are good under the high ball.
Exactly.
That's the way it is.
Mike, the number 9, the situation with Garbisi, Varney, Pajrelo. How do you? We saw really, honestly, really good Varney, the 3
Yes.
games. Garbisi with the Chilean defense always slowing down the ball. And I saw still a Pajrelo with good sparks, good moments, but still not
Low
that
confidence.
Pajrelo that we saw during maybe last year too, during Six Nations and stuff. So what you think about the scrum half situations?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've been saying for, I don't know, months, and even to people like messaging like ridiculous stuff on our posts that Varney, isn't the player that we think he is. Varney is the player that we thought he is, and ironically, I think he was our best scrum half this autumn. It's tough, right? Because, like you said, it's tough for him just to come into a game, not having played too much, and for it to click. I thought he was trying too much. That said, I don't think Martin Pedrello came on and was the impact. Obviously, it was slightly better and things came. I just think, I think it does open the door to Josh's point. It opens the door for full score if he's continuing to play like he has been for Zebre at the start of the season. Then it makes a really compelling argument for him to have some game time. Again, if he can maintain the same level that he's been playing until the Six Nations, I think Quesada's going to have a headache. And I think actually it will be Varney, MPR, and full score.
Tiziano, obviously, we're talking about the brother. He played wing last game again in Italia, Coppa Italia, but he played on the wing. Watch out for Andretti. Andretti is really good. He kicks so well. He's number 9 for Mogliano at the moment. So let's see how they're gonna play. I love this. They are challenging each other. Andretti and Tiziano for the 9 position at Mogliano. Mogliano means Treviso. So we are there. We also this week we're gonna see Drago playing the Mogliano, in theory Mogliano, but now he's always been updated on the Benetton. Now we can see him also there, but the other one. And also this is interesting. Don't think Garbisi would have been in this November if Fusca's been injured. We can say probably the same if Varney wasn't injured in the last during the week. How old is he? Who, Simone? Tiziano.
I think he's talking about Andretti.
Andretti is under 20, even more than that. It's really young.
Really? So he's young.
Yes.
Interesting. It's nice that we're developing these high IQ scrum halves.
Mike, it's 17.
17.
17, and he kicks for Mogliano. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. And obviously Tiziano, like he's like we've seen glimpses of him, and he looks pretty good as well. It's nice to see that we're starting to get,
Tiziano is 2003, so he's 22.
Perfect. Like we're starting to get those youngsters in now. So let's see. Obviously, this leads us on as well. I know we haven't spoken too much about Italy and Chile, and we'll probably come back onto it, but it does open up the conversation of the news of the week with regards to Italy.
Yes, here we go.
You were already prepared. My man.
We are here. 2 games. Of course, one is going to be the day before Italy-England. We're going to play Scotland 15 with I put Italy A, Italy A. At the moment, I don't know if it's going to be called Emergenti, it's going to be Azzurri. I don't know the official name because every year before
We
the end of
we
the season,
change it. Yeah. I
yeah,
saw the news publication, but Italy 15.
Italy 15, you see. So anyway, the second team that is able to cap players is going to play in Rieti. So the belly button of Italy used to be Rieti and L'Aquila,
The belly button.
historical place. And we're gonna play in L'Aquila against Los Condor. So we're gonna have Scotland 15, and we're gonna play against Chile, which is fantastic, to be honest. It's gonna be so interesting. In difference is a month, 6 February, 6th of March. So that is interesting. Prinsley is another one, but we have a lot of these youngsters that are coming. But by the way, this is a great news because we can start capping those players. We can see how much they want to wear the Italian jersey. Those players, they can be in a limbo, right? On the edge between are we going to play for Italy or I should wait and play for another team? Let's say also that, right?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And I think actually, there's a lot of players that we've been really interested about. And, we saw that Francois May scored a lovely try this weekend as well. He's a person that we've spoken at length about. The interesting part here in the publication, it said it's likely to be Serie A elite and a mixture of URC players.
Yes.
Because the
Adding
French...
that, Mike, in all that came Stabile, came Farias, those two names. They can be maybe some other players coming from, I don't know, putting their names from Viadana, because there are a lot of other players. We capped De Klerk, Svane Poel, and Alafi with those games 2 years
No,
ago.
no. They weren't capture games. It was Van der Poel. It wasn't a capture game. No, it wasn't a capture game. So we've got obviously the French leagues and some interesting English prospects that we unfortunately won't be able to look at during these A games, unless there's some sort of agreement that's made with the Six Nations, the Federation. But yeah, it would be really interesting to see how they play. Like, we've been asking for it. It's really interesting as well because I've been asking all the reporters I know, is there any more information? And it came up organically, which is quite nice. A couple of weeks after asking. So I'm buzzing for it.
We've been calling that because we lost this opportunity for the last 10 years, kinda, because we played a couple of games during Innocenti. Then we had this opportunity to play Namibia style, but then nothing else. I was really, really actually sad that we didn't have that team. Hey, maybe we should have put in the mix Prisciantelli when it was time this last summer. Maybe everything was changing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but just leave Prisciantelli on the side.
Yeah.
Benito Prisciantelli is not going to be happy with that. But
I think a really interesting concept is we're obviously training a lot of young Argentinian prospects. I think
Dupress, sorry, Armando Dupress.
Yeah. We look at Gallo as an example, right? As an example, he came over to Benetton. Obviously, he said he was interested to play for Italy. If we had Italy A, then maybe we would have had one of the best running loose heads in the world at the moment. Little things like that.
Gallo Fischetti,
mate. I imagine this, mate. Gallo Fischetti and Spagnolo. That's a headache for any team. Yeah, man. Gallo's a bowling ball. I love watching him play. Talk
about this. Who will coach them? I honestly don't know. I'm guessing maybe there's gonna be some Brunello. I was thinking maybe some duo, some Jimenez Marcato, something like that. Maybe not Troncon. Bernasconi, another one. Pitinari,
Fernandez,
another one there. Fernandez is the guy that I like the coach. So yes, could be a good one. But because also he's in the team, he knows really well Quesada. Think about it. Quesada cannot be there because he's going to be busy. That's the point. Same for for Fernandez, because they're gonna play against England the day after. So you cannot be. We fans, we can be in both sides. Probably they're not. They're gonna watch the game after. With all of that,
Gallo was interested. Kieran spoke to us about that. I think he was called. He agreed to coming into the camp, and then Argentina called, and he chose them. But Gallo 100%. Had we called him earlier, would have played for Italy.
anyway, it's interesting the call by Simone from Franco Carrera, but isn't eligible. So I'm gonna let you guys looking and check on this, because I honestly have no idea. You know what? Maybe can be a player, but let's see. Kinji can be one of them.
Interesting.
Kinji can be one. Depending how much time pass by and how much involved will be. Maybe Simon Koroyadi, if Fiji under 20s is not doesn't cap. If they don't cap, man, he can be another one. Number 8 of Benetton last year, now at Treviso, can be another player. But also, it's interesting to see the youngster players to come in and play against the Scottish A, where probably we're going to see, honestly, more URC, sorry, Serie A elite players, and maybe with Chile, it's going to be a rough game, tough game. So probably some other players there, because they're gonna put all the power in that game. They don't have so many opportunities to play against other teams, so Chile coming really angry at us.
I want to see Faisal against Chile.
Faisal
I want to
against
see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. I'll pay good money for that.
Marini Giulio, let's see. So this is the news, really positive news, and then guys, we are already into 2 months, and we're gonna be into the Six Nation, which is crazy. Here we go. Amino Gasperini, Gallorini. Oh, we're bringing back the under 20 style. Nice. Think about if we call like Turrisi and Mattioli for these games too, with some other, like, I don't know, Steolo, now putting names there, or maybe putting other names. They're older, but they're Serie A elite.
Ortombino. Oh.
Or, but maybe, or Tombina maybe will play a game with that to see, because the style of play and everything. No, I'm thinking like not Casado Sandri, the number 8 of Rovigo, but I'm thinking maybe oddio mio, Facundo, the center and captain
Thought you were
of
going to say someone
Rovigo,
else.
the blonde guy. Now I don't remember. A couple of years ago was really good. And also, just because I know Josh is here in the chat, hey, maybe it's the guy, the game we're gonna see Bergin in Azzurro, at least for an Italy A game. Scala, Brin,
Imagine.
Matthew Douglas. We have a lot of these players, but
He's back actually, isn't he? I saw his Instagram. He's back. He's back in Italy.
yes, he's
Douglas.
playing for Vicenza, speedster. The guy knows
well?
how to run.
Do you know?
He scored already a few tries.
Nice.
You kick the ball, he's gonna run to get the ball.
He was good in the air as well. I remember, like I remember that France game where we had him on toast, penalty in the middle. We go wide, he scores.
Yes. Ciardullo, good call, but I don't know. I don't remember how old is Ciardullo. But for example, I am a lover. I love Morosini as a player. I love really a lot that player. Talking about Viadanas. Anyway, we're gonna have time to speak about this, because we're gonna see the calls up in a couple of months.
23, Ciardullo.
Fabrizio Ciardullo. Oh, I thought it was older. Nice. Well, that's nice from him. Batista, of course, is gonna be called no matter what. Also, Einstein, Albert.
Yeah. What do you think at fullback? Because again, that's a position where we struggle. I think. Like
Brisigella. We're gonna bring Brisigella.
Interesting. Happened to
I want to see Kersul. I want to see in the Italia A.
Is it
Francesco
Pucciarello?
Pucciarello is playing at Biarritz. Is a 10 more than 15.
Interesting. Is he playing for the Esports?
No idea, because I'm not looking a lot of that.
No worries. We need any of the French watching crowd, which I know there's a few of you. Let us know. Let us know about the Esports, please.
Today in the chat I put like 3 Italian names, because I know Gerasi was one, or Massimo Ortolan. Man, he's Italian. Forletta, another Italian name. We're gonna see. Oh, eccolo, Giuliana Vaga.
Yes.
Yes, of
Yes.
course.
Great shout.
Bravo Simo, well
Great
done.
shout.
Sante, I don't know how much Sante is playing, but they're all there. We have all this bunch of people, of players, of young players that we have to see what they can do for us, for the national team. What is their level? What is their potential? What is their roof to see? So it's gonna be interesting that too. Mike, shall we move on URC? I guess because
Do it.
at the end, just last one thing. Positive. This autumn was positive for Italy. 2 wins.
2 wins.
Good game against South Africa.
Cat
Quesada
players.
Quesada is cooking. Is he cooking?
Yeah, I think we can all see what he's trying to achieve. Play rugby in the right areas of the pitch. If he can unlock that last bit of quality from us, that last 5%, then we're a really dangerous team. Like we're a really dangerous team. We're gonna, I think Argentina are where we could be, and I think Scotland is like where we're at. Like now when we're playing well, we're about Scotland level. Argentina, I think, is where we could be. So I'm really happy with his progress.
Guys, if you like this podcast, of course, comment and subscribe to this channel. We are on YouTube, Instagram, and X. You can find us everywhere. So just comment if you have some doubts, some question. We are happy to hear from you because this is what it's all about. Drago is playing
Simone.
now. That is in a Benetton Treviso rather than when it
You're
was.
gonna make Ottavio's blood pressure go up, Simone. This is something we speak about all the time.
Sadly, it's fucking true, man.
It's so true.
You know what? Let's put all the players we want to see into
Yeah.
the Serie A elite. Just yes, they are playing for them, but they're playing for the franchise. Let's do that.
Do you think we're gonna see Drago again, like double Drago?
Man, the House of Dragon, depending
The,
if
the,
you
house,
have
the House of Drago. Yeah,
the House of Dragon.
I'm for it.
Do you think they have a throne home or not?
I don't
Like
know, but I'd just love to see.
Drago's head is there with all the swords behind him.
This is how I see it, right? I see Drago, and then I see Jazzy at fullback. I see double Jazzy, double Drago. In fact, let's just play a team full of brothers. Let's get the Cannone into the Italy 15.
That's fantastic. Before moving to the to Treviso, because we have the team out, quick advertisement. Flowfield Sport, guys, I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I think you should just check this fantastic website, flowfieldsports.com. There is a 60% off just writing Coach 8 on it. And what is the good stuff? If you're serious about training smarter, this is a brand you want in your corner, let's say, because it's a great gear. You can innovate your training because it's a training tool. You can organize, sharpen your skill during the week. Just try to keep up the maniacs of your club, because there are so many people that want just to play rugby. This is the way they can play rugby and making rugby better. So check on Flowfield Sport and upgrade your kit, because if you want to play like a beast, you better train like one. And this is another kit that you can put in your toolbox. Just go check it on that. Let's go back, because Mike, URC is, oh my god, Drago scored versus the Dragons. He lives in the Millennium Stadium. Fantastic. Phantom, well done. Let's see the team. Let's see the Dragos team. So let me take off this Italia Chile there because we don't need it anymore. We have already the team, because tomorrow night, 7:45 UK time, the team is out. And Mike, this is an exciting team to see where we are with some of those young players too. Before we deep into it, just looking at this team, what is the idea of McRae playing away? Is it gonna be a game like the last one away, or you think they're gonna be much more great from the Lions? I Leoni.
I mean, they need to be. They need it, right? They can't have a start like they had last one where they're chasing the game and overplaying. I think what he's going to expect is Benetton to hit hard and hit fast and try and score first, and really try and impose themselves. If they manage to do that and they force Ulster into a game where they're overplaying, then I think they have a really good chance of winning. And obviously, there are some really interesting players that we've already spoken about, but it'd be really good to shine a light on Amino. Obviously, he's going to be a person that I'm going to be looking at with great interest. He was really impressive in the warm-up game against Harlequins that I went to the Stoop to watch. Marini at 19, obviously a lot's been spoken about by him, and I'm sure you probably got a few words
My
with him.
man.
Yeah, I'm excited, Otto. Like I'm really excited by the start of the URC again. I love the competition, and I think both Italian teams are in a really good spot at the moment, and they could really do some damage. So, yeah, I'm just excited.
Let's read the team for our podcast listeners on Spotify. Aminu, Bernasconi, Zilocchi. So Bernasconi back starting. Fantastic. Destiny, Amino, Dragon Ball Amino, I will call him with Zilocchi. Again, he's coming back. Probably he played more minutes away than home games for Treviso in the last 2 years. Then we have the locks, as we should, how they should be. Roots and Snyman, to give those that grit in the line out, maul, defending and attacking platform. Dion Kingi, I call him Kingi. Lamaro looks good when he came back last week, so fantastic. Captain is there. Faso for me, after these 5 first round, he's doing his job, Mike. I think it's a good call for him, much better than the previous island players that I already forgot his name, which is not Toa, of course. The other one, then Simone will remind me his name for sure. The other Samoan, number 8, but Faso is playing well for me. And Uren with Werchon. Umaga, so Uren Umaga, the same from last week. And then Mendy, probably is the most dangerous player they have. If we look at numbers, Mendy is the killer with Luis Leinag. Rhino Smith back at 15, and then Drodogu. How you call them? Drodogu. It seems like Dracaris. Drodogu. Odrago, or King Odrago. And then Gasperini scored also against Zebre in the last friendly match on last Thursday when they play. Gallorini, the Schrödinger cat, Gallorini, hot potato Gallorini. One game for Zebre. He trained the preseason for Benetton. Moved to Zebre, playing one game. Now he's playing back with Benetton.
Love that.
It's nuts, this situation, Mike.
Yeah, I love that.
Hold on,
what I'm really interested in as well, aside from the Gallerini controversy, I'm really excited the fact that we're going to see
the Amazon patch or the FedEx, the HL if it was Harlequins.
Gallerini with the return patch already on him. I'm really excited to see.
That can fly.
Yeah, I'm ready to see. Obviously, on the wing with Odogu inside him, like the 2 bowling balls. That's what I'm really excited about. Like they're going to give so much space to Rhino to run in to the line and stuff. There's so much to be excited about this Benetton team.
And then Izekor, fresh and play, good legs there between Izekor and Bryant. Bryant is going to play his last game for Treviso before moving back to Australia. Good positive, not positive for let's say for Garbisi, but positive for Treviso. They found another 9 until January, which is going to be another Louis from Australia. Actually, sorry, because Louis, the other one is from Treviso, but in Treviso another Louis with Aussie origins, which is Werchon. Happy to have him more and more time at Treviso. Who knows?
Yeah, he looks good.
They will move. You know why also is interesting? Australia Cup, the number 9, forgot his name, that is playing more than Werchan for the Reds with Ed McDermott. So
Oh, really?
yeah, because Werchan is the third choice for the Reds, which is great to have.
He'd be a second choice at Benetton, though. That's all I'm saying.
Is it second choice at Benetton?
Uren, yeah. I
Mike,
don't know.
last year he played 2 games, Werchan, against Crusaders and Highlanders. He played 5 minutes against Crusaders. In that game, who was the number 9? Tate McDermott, for example. But there is, and he didn't play actually 9 when he came in because look, I'm gonna show you the stats, so I'm not saying anything. But is Kalani Thomas, the player that was with the Reds playing more than Werchan. I don't know about the injuries from Werchan, but look at this. He started 2 games against 15, and the total was 15, and you have to put McDermott here. So who was for the Reds? Maybe everything will change this for the next Super Rugby season. But hey,
it's weird though, isn't it? Because like, you know, we're producing, and clearly we're like assisting with the production of like some top quality like players at Benetton. Clearly, like what they're doing there, training wise, developing a lot of players. It just so happens that the players that develop the quickest are players that aren't Italian, which is the most frustrating thing, eh?
Totally. So let's see. And then, of course, Mike, as usual, maybe it's going to be the arma a doppio taglio. I don't know how to say in English.
Double-edged sword.
Yes, which is Marin be able to cover everything instead of being a center. So, you know, okay, he's going to play center, he's going to start, or he's not going to be in the team. Because usually when you bring 6+2, you leave a center away and you put your utility there. So probably, I'm thinking for Marin, this is what's happening, Mike. If he's a center, what does it mean? We're going to see Ratavo Mendy going out, Odogu moving on the wing, and Marin will play center with Drago.
That's what I expect we see. Yeah, because Smith can
but
play
the point
10
is also
if
there is an injury, Mike, Marin will cover that position no matter what. So we have to pray the Lord.
Do you think they push Smith in though? Like, because Smith's played 10 for us before as well. Do you think he will go in and Marin will go fullback? Like, there is movement there, isn't there?
There is always some movement like that. I hope we'll not see this kind of changes because I want to see more of this guy. Let's see next week how they will, what they'll show. Because Zanandrea is injured too, which is one of the bad news. Another good news is Favoretto renewal for Treviso, but honestly, Mike, I really don't know what to think about like how we're gonna keep pushing him. Because we're pushing him as a fan because we see what he can do. He can play 10, of course. Right, Robbie? Marin can play 10. Of course, he is a 10, we should say.
I don't.
He's the center.
Part of me just wants to see Marin go to the Premiership because I think it'd be a really positive move for him. That genuinely.
Give it to me. Bring it here.
To what? To Gloucester?
Otto said shout.
I was going to say Otto. Poor Marin if we're taking it down.
Hey, at least he's gonna play, man. At least he's gonna play.
I was gonna say, like, what? He hasn't done anything.
The Irish send back Ross Byrne and put Marin 10 with us. Nothing to lose. Charlie Atkinson and Marin, and you got Atkinson.
So when you put it like that, when you guys have all of your players fit, then yeah.
Or put the wings on him and send him to Red Bull.
Mate, you know what? That's actually not a bad shout.
No.
Coaching under like having they've recently brought on what's his name, Johnny Wilkinson as coach now as well.
Remember the Worcester Warriors, Faiva Giammarioli? Why not Marin there?
Nice. What at championship level though?
I think that's for the Newcastle.
Oh right, yeah, I'm keen. I think there's
opportunity. Genuinely, 10 position, Gloucester, Newcastle is not going to change that much. Huh?
Yeah, I mean,
But
I
the
sort of half
pressure is
joking.
still there.
Obviously, Carreras, you guys made into a beast, right? Because he was a spotty-faced 15,
What
started
is that?
playing.
What is that show that you can see on in UK? I don't know if it's in Italy. The Traders.
Yes, Traitors, yeah.
Yes.
He should be on that show, yeah.
Yes. Not only him, but of course he is gonna be the highlight of the show. The Traders, Carreras to Bath.
You know what? Joking aside, you said it, so I'm gonna jump on it. I would love to see Marine at Sale under George Ford, who would inevitably be coaching him, and like Bortolami knows him. Like, I would love that. Marchant next year as well. Oh wait, no, Marchant.
12, 13.
No,
Yes,
sorry,
Marshall next year.
he's gone to Sale, yeah.
Yes, sadly to say, yes.
Because he was, yeah, we couldn't afford him.
He's
Apparently, he
good.
couldn't come back to Quins.
Nope.
Man, jeez, like he's going to be a good like Marine there would have been perfect. I got to be honest.
Mike, I will show you some stats from this game from the official website, so we can see the overview of this game. Of course, we don't have more news about Zebre coming. We only know that they are fit and ready to play Garcia and Fusco, which is fantastic. But let's move into Benetton. They score more points, double of the tries, Ulster, and they concede the same number of penalties, almost the double of the clean breaks, and they offload the double too. Let's say 39. It's not the double, but kind of the double, okay? Tackle success is the same. Line out much better. The line out throw and catch from Treviso. Scrum we are there, so it's gonna be a good fight over there. Turnovers won the same amount. Turnover loss sadly 69 against 48 for Treviso. So we have to be much sharp. Let's say sharper on this for the team. And then if we go to the attacking points to the players, Umaga is the guy that scored most points with Doc, the number 9. Balokun, which is going to play this game against Treviso, against the 6 tries of Linak. Figitoa out of the team for this game. Clean breaks too. And here we go with Nacho Mendy, or Kiki Mendy. 259 meters more than Lowry, 2 only defenders less than Stockdale, which is going to play for defenders beaten. Ignacio Mendy is also the players with the most offloads in that. Lamaro leading by example with 50 tackles, 100% tackles from Ruzza, so these players are there. Tom Stewart is going to be there, and there's no the Spanish Inquisition Spagnola with 7 turnovers, 1 in this game.
Nice.
The stats situation for this game. Marini is become one phantom, un fantasma. Goes. He has always played there for a long time.
He's replying to Phantom saying we don't have any out-and-out locks on the bench, and Simone is saying Marini has become one. Phantom.
Marini, yes, because Marini he used to play 6 for Mogliano, and now he's playing there. And then, of course, yes, because we need those 2 players. I agree with you, Josh. Guys, go on YouTube so you can read this message. I'm not gonna repeat because I say so many bad words every time I'm here. Mike, I will show you quickly the stats from Zebre Cardiff too, because this is gonna be ciao amici, ciao amico nostro, ciao Robert, welcome back.
Ciao, Robert.
Here, let's dig into the stats for a few minutes. Like really una carrellata. I don't know how to say carrellata, but this is the situation of the Zebre Cardiff game. 9th position for Zebre, 4th position for Cardiff. We are there like 9th and 4th, and before the Ulster is in 5th position. 10th position for Treviso, so pretty similar situation in these games. And everything can change with the other results, but still 12 tries by Zebre, 18 by Cardiff. Penalty conceded pretty the same, 47-49. Clean breaks conceded 13 more by Cardiff. Offload, much more offload, 11 more by Zebre. Tackle success, better tackling average for Cardiff. Line out, we are pretty much there. almost there, almost with the scrum. Turnover one, they are better because they won more turnover, but they also lose more turnover. Let's say 5 of difference and 13 on the other side. So this is the situation stat-wise for the team for this season. So the stats are there, and then I'm gonna give you these names on the Zebre side, Mike, so you can tell me if they're gonna play or not. Also, so we can do a little bit of prediction with some of these players. So Dare and Bowen, both they're gonna play. You think?
Yeah.
Let's say Dare will play this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no Mauri, no Farias at 10 starting.
No, I think I think that Ray will play. Yeah.
Dare, Di Bartolomeo, is it okay, Di Bartolomeo, or not? That's the point.
I think well, I don't know if this is a game that we're targeting, he plays, but he's played 3 test matches in a row, you know.
That's true too.
It's tough, isn't it? Because like if it was me, I was the coach, and I'm asking him if he's fit to play, I play him. If it's up to me.
True. How you feel and everything. Then Ruggieri is gonna play Ruggieri starting.
Depends who's fit.
Odiase is fit. Licata
Odiase is fit, yeah. Okay, so I'd like to see Odiase
except
Odiase. Sorry?
Except Stabile, all the back rowers are fit.
Okay, so I would like to see Odiase, Ferrari, maybe at open, and then Ligata at 8.
Nice. Belloni will play this game, Mike.
Trulla's still not fit, is he?
Nope.
So Barney's playing Jersey. Yeah, I think he probably will.
Okay, good. No Faisal, no Batista.
Listen, I'd love to see Faisal, but I think Belloni hasn't had that. He hasn't played too much. He's obviously just trained with the national team, so I'd like to see him play.
What about
Locatelli?
Exactly.
Oh, interesting. Forgot about
point.
him. Yeah, okay, Locatelli in. Yeah. For who though?
For who? Well, there is also the bench, so you need a strong bench too. Think about that. Alex Mann and Kiron Assirati are off because they are playing for Wales against Springboks. They are in the Butcher for this weekend.
Is Dominguez still banned?
No idea, Mike. But next question, I would say. Dominguez. Montemauri will play 10 for Phantom. You know what? I agree with you for Locatelli at 6 for Josh. Diba should probably rest, yes, for the 2 weeks rest, depending by how much the players play, which is always something that they manage differently because we saw Nicotera scoring a try and playing last week, and while we were playing Chile, he was playing with Stade Francais. So depending how does
not to put too much weight on this game, but I do feel like there's if they manage to win this game, there's a really good opportunity that they can push for the playoffs. This is a really big game. Cardiff obviously have a few players in key positions which are still with the Welsh side against South Africa, so not a depleted squad like everyone's making out, but definitely a beatable squad, right? That's being put out. It's going to be really interesting for Zebre if they manage to like turn up and they challenge for this game and they get, you know, a win. Then suddenly we're talking about, you know, a mid playoff team, and yeah, it just gives momentum. So I do think it's a game that they should be targeting quite seriously.
It is. It is one game that can change the idea. Also, how will go into the important game, Mike. Important why? Because the derbies are coming too, so you have to be fit. You have also the ladder pressure in a certain way, right? So it's gonna be interesting how they're gonna be moving on with that, and there is more to play. But as Josh, I think this is a huge opportunity to go forward into the rest of the season. Honestly, for both teams, but Zebre as playing home, there's more that you can expect from a team like that. And the statement from Josh is the winnable double win in the derby. It's interesting. This too. So, Mike, let's see how this game will develop, because tomorrow night Treviso and then Zebre during the weekend. So tomorrow night, let's go and watch on the URC TV these games. Let's talk about this. And guys, if you have any comments about the Italian team, the Italian national team, the Italian movement, the franchise, the players abroad, if you have an uncle, a brother that represents Italy and is playing rugby, let us know, because it's always good to trying to find this Italia AX Emergenti Azzurri Tricolore team, Fratelli di Rugby team, how it's gonna be.
And for those of you guys who are on YouTube and you're not subscribed, we're really trying to push our YouTube numbers up. So if you can quickly just go over, click on subscribe, it takes a couple of seconds and it's free. It would do us the world.
The algorithm, that's probably the thing. Help fight the algorithm. The algorithm is not a friend.
Yes, well, Italian rugby has always been oppressed, Otto.
Yes.
Help us break Italian rugby into the mainstream. There we go.
My God.
But yeah, mate, fun one today, eh? Like, it's been nice talking to all you guys as well. So yeah, good.
Yeah, always good to have a flow in the chat and your thoughts every time. That's it for today. Thank you for watching and listening Fratelli Rugby Podcast. See you next week. Mike, buonanotte, stammi bene. Ciao a tutti, ciao Phantom, ciao Josh, and all the gents in the chat. Ciao.
Fratelli the Rugby Podcast. The Italian Rugby Podcast.